Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back. We are going to start where we normally start with our upper air chart. And again, we do have that trough off to our east that is now moving out of the area. And other than that, we are in a pretty stable flow. We do have some northwest flow, but otherwise it's fairly zonal, which means that we really shouldn't see too much disturbed weather through pretty much the entire forecasting period. We kind of just have this broad, large-scale ridge. Although, right at the end, as we head into Tuesday morning, we do have a little bit of a trough starting to develop off to our north in Canada, though it looks like that will not impact our area. However, to get a full picture, we do need to head a little bit lower down, not quite to the surface, but lower than the previous chart. And we do see overnight and into tomorrow morning, we do have this kind of low-level jet stretching kind of northeastward, and we do kind of have this small little shortwave trough right here, and that will actually initiate some precipitation around the Minnesota-Wisconsin border, and that may move towards our area, and that is something we are going to have to watch. So let's actually zoom in and take a look at that forecasted precipitation. Monday morning here around 7 a.m., you can see there is snow and a little bit of freezing rain on the edge there, with this system that initially developed in Minnesota is now moving through Wisconsin. And eventually that will move into Michigan, with some of it potentially stretching down to include our area. After that moves out and we head into Monday night and Tuesday morning, it once again clears out behind us and we're looking at some nice precipitation-free weather. However, at this time, not even the maximum forecast is showing us getting an inch of snow. So we are not going to see any reasonable accumulations from that system if some of that snow does reach down towards our area. And the official forecast is pretty much right on track with that. The expected amount for us is literally nothing to barely a trace, and even the high-end scenario still just shows us getting a trace, below half an inch of snow. Now let's take a look at something more typical like temperature. As we head through the day today, we may warm up into the mid to upper 20s, not quite into the 30s though. Overnight, it's not going to get too much colder as we'll dip into the lower 20s, but as we head into tomorrow, it may actually get a bit warmer. We will be in the lower 30s and potentially reaching the mid 30s. And then as we head into tomorrow night, it will actually continue to warm, and we are expected to get into those mid 30s, potentially closer to upper 30s, but probably closer to the mid 30s. Now let's take a look at cloud cover. It has been a while since we've taken a look at this, and it is winter in Michigan, so you'd expect some. But right now, out the window, it's actually really clear. I don't even see a cloud out there. And that makes sense. This is the forecasted cloud cover for this time, and it does indeed look pretty clear here in the Lansing area. And again, for those of you who have not seen this before, the different colors are just showing different level clouds. So the blue is mid-low level clouds, green is mid-level, and the red is high-level clouds. As we head into tonight, we may see a little bit of cloud, or this evening into tonight, we may see a little bit of clouds move into the area, but today should actually be relatively clear, in terms of winter in Michigan. As we head into the night, though, it is going to get cloudy. And into Monday morning. Tonight into Monday morning, it will get cloudy again. And then as we head into Monday night, it should remain cloudy, or Monday evening into Monday night, it should remain cloudy. And maybe some clearing behind as we head into Tuesday morning, but it still looks pretty darn cloudy. Now finally, let's take a look at wind. for those of you who were awake last night, pretty late last night, it got windy. So, definitely windy last night. I was driving home from a friend's house and, some pretty strong gusts in there. Anyway, winds today and into this evening should remain pretty calm. And it should remain to be the case as we head through Monday morning, but as we head into Monday afternoon, we do see some winds build back into the area, but at worst, we're looking at, 10 to 15 mile per hour. And as we head into Monday night and into Tuesday morning, the winds again calm, and we're looking, again, at worst, maybe 10 miles per hour. So winds should be a lot more calm than they were last night. That's all I have for you today, and I hope to see you tomorrow.